there.
Hey. My notifications from the
Yeah, man, we're live with the Walking with Walt podcast. 271 got the little intro pull. All the time, then I need to do this then if you're not here. Okay. All right, man. Are we up? Are we live? All right, y'all. Welcome, man. We're here. We are sad to report that our guests for the night are recovering from, I don't know which illness it is, but I know they can't be in the house, and they said they're still wearing a mask, so I'm quite sure we can assume what the illness were. But we will definitely have them on real soon. No school is starting back, so one of them definitely, I know he'll be back in the house. And I have a special guest, though, that, hey, man, I know is as dependable as comfortable shoes are for old folks. So hopefully he'll be calling in soon. 271, I need you to send me that so I can send it to him so we can bring him on live.
That's dope. So you surprising me tonight with the guest, too?
Didn't have no choice. I mean, when the one fell through that I thought was going to be here, I was surprised. So he was surprised when he walked through the door.
Right.
So now I'm about to be surprised to you. So everybody getting surprised at the same time.
Well, how's your week been going so far?
Busy.
I can tell.
Yep, super busy. So I'll be focused on something. You go ahead and talk to them because I need to send this out to him.
So we're going to kick this thing off. Last week, we jumped in real deep. We didn't get to do our normal introduction. Thank you for tuning in to the Walk with Walt podcast. We missed you guys. We hope everybody has been doing very well since last week. We ask that as you are coming in, you are liking, sharing, and subscribing to the Walking with Walt podcast on all platforms. That is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We here, y'all. Hope everybody's dry and okay. My partner over here, he focused, but he looking good. He ain't said nothing about my hair color yet. I'm just waiting on him to look up and really pay attention to the switch I made this week.
Yeah, I gotta get it once I know we got the show rocking and rolling. My
oh yeah. I already know. But outside of that, Brian, you good? We got 271 in here tweaking out some things with the lights. We got a special guest that rode with me today.
What's up, Junior? You good? Yes, sir. You got your snacks and everything? Got something to drink? Okay, I like that, y'all. Y'all can't hear the young brother in the background saying, yes, sir, man. That's the first thing I tell anybody, man. If you walk in the house and you say yeah to me and you're under 40 years old, I have a problem with that because I'm over 40 years old and I say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am to people who are 21. So, I don't think that I'm coming at you sideways, young people, but I'm just saying that's just a level of respect, decorum, that we all should be trying to reach as a community. So let me now, since it looks like we're on 271, I might want you to keep a lookout for me on this right here. See if I get a text to come through on this, in case he hits me back. Like we said, man, now I can actually focus. They'll tell you, man, on show day, I'm always on edge, y'all. Y'all can't see it because most of the time y'all catch us when we just joking around, but there was some last minute things that happened that kind of sent me just driving through the city, man. I was just riding through the city, man, and I guess when stuff happens so close to the show like this, I already know where we're going.
Yeah.
And I know that when you get to the level that I'm planning on going to, thousands of dollars are lost at that point.
Yeah.
And there was a miscommunication. I want them to know how this goes right here. There was a miscommunication. He walked in and asked me where the folks at. I said, well, the folks won't be here. There was somewhere we got our wires crossed. I don't know how we got those wires crossed. I don't know what happened. But had I not just sent that message to them, I wouldn't even known until I would have been surprised tonight. So y'all, I don't know what message you were saying when you said, ask me like, did I see a message or something along those lines, right? And I'm like, what message was I supposed to see? Because last time I talked to you, you said they'll be here or whatnot. And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, when I asked you before the week, I thought, are they coming in? Because when I told him this morning, I said, yeah, he said they're going to be in the studio. I said, based on what she told me, they're already booked and they're coming in. So they weren't even confirmed at all to be here this
Because
week?
when I hit her, she said that they were sick. I
Oh,
think
I
you hit
didn't
later
know.
on and you was like, I'm just seeing this.
No, I was just seeing it. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought they were sick, but the podcast went until like a week later. So
Nah, I hit her earlier and she said that they had been in a lot of trainings and stuff and were in trainings this week.
okay.
So it was a miscommunication. But
Hey y'all, but
that goes to show that this world of podcasting ain't as easy as people think it is. It's actually work.
oh, it's real work going on, and I'm doing this, Alex, because I want them to see. I literally just had my son on the couch. We were talking about the Awaken the Genius podcast, and I was talking to him about that very same thing. I said, "No, you're gonna come in as an apprentice. Ain't no money involved in nothing like that. I just want you to come in, get in the grind, start learning, like how this industry works, so people will start seeing you when they come in here. Because hopefully one day with this show right here, one day soon we'll actually start having people sitting in here."
Oh,
That's my goal right there. I want to have a live
audience.
audience here, whatnot. But you see, we're just working out these little kinks, and we want y'all to join us so y'all know that we're not playing around. This is not a hobby for us. And if y'all could just feel the tenseness of my body right now, y'all see I'm kind of unwinding right now. Y'all have never seen me come in with me and my girl just don't jump right into it or whatnot. But this is real life, real time. I want y'all to hear this conversation. So you guys follow us. We are family or whatnot. And I want y'all to see that sometimes family miscommunicate. And miscommunication sometimes lead to divorces in the real world. Just something that simple is, well, I thought you said this or that. And then people stop talking to each other. So let me turn around and look. Oh, yeah, that is dope. So did you wear the outfit because it blends in with your hair?
I didn't. I literally overslept this morning and jumped up and threw on something.
Oh, so
but I know when I make the statement that I threw on something, he be like, no.
Oh, no, I was just getting ready to say that for all the people who follow us. Are we good? Are we still live on this one right here, baby? Okay, no, so the screen, so I ain't got to worry about this. Whatever's going on here ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he just
said
it up.
So look, check this out, y'all. It's been a long time since she came in here talking all that crap about.
I just threw something on.
Threw something on. And y'all see, whenever she throws something on, I have to go upstairs. I had on what I just threw on. 201, when you walked in, I didn't have this on, right? I just had on a simple.
So let me go ahead and just go back. We're going to go back down memory lane too, because mind you, I did just come from work.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I just came from work because I came in with my work badge on.
So Junior went to work with you?
Yeah. Prayers out to baby girl. Baby girl's in the hospital. Just dealing with some things.
Shouts out y'all. If y'all don't know who baby girl is, but we'll be introducing you guys to the whole everybody later on down the road. So shouts out to baby girl, man. You know our thoughts and prayers from the Walking with Walt podcast is forever with baby girl. You know we got your back.
Oh yeah.
Big Daddy, if you need anything, man, from me, as soon as we get off air, let me know. I'm on my way just right here with Miss Born Thick. Anything you need. And that's me talking into the screen for the person who I'm talking to. Yeah. This is what we mean, y'all. When we say this family right here. We're not playing games on our podcast. Who is that? Hey, what's going on? Erica, girl, we haven't seen you. We need to get you back in here. Yeah, definitely do that. I'm talking all on Instagram, like you on Instagram. I'm just pointing all that there, but I know y'all. We
Facebook
got,
streets right here.
Yeah, man, in these Facebook streets. If y'all see me here, look up there. Don't think I'm ignoring you. We just got this thing, Miss Born Thick. You know what?
What's up?
I could have let you just put yours up there now, but then that would have been in the way. That's good.
You like that right there? Because it's a straight line up. So you looking straight.
So everything is flowing right here.
It's lined up. Yep.
Oh, we are.
We look good, don't we?
Things sure do.
Got my color back.
Y'all check this out, man. So y'all, now I want y'all to, well, I still kind of would have been going with a winner 271 if I had my Georgia Bulldog shirt on.
Yeah.
But I would look like the Negro who just left the hood, probably hooping or something. And she looked like the girl in the hood that somebody trying to holler at. Like, I know that Negro with that little.
No, listen. I've been off my game for the last few weeks. It's been hot, and I ain't had time to just go get me together. If you really know me, y'all know I can't go without a hair color. I had to go back to the me I love being.
Hey, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Look, she came with new hair color. I came with no haircut. She came with look like a new outfit. I came with, well, hell, look, it's new to me. I had never seen it, y'all. So let me just tell y'all this. Every week from now on, I'm going back to how I used to be. Since we going back to how we used to be.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
Baby girl, I'm going to need that haircut every week like I used to do or whatnot. Because we see the game has gotten real around here.
Hey, man, you said when we level up, we got to make sure we leveling up right now. Right.
We are leveling up. I wanted to talk to you also because IV is ready. He wondering when are we going to, Jersey, man, for everybody who know him out there, 271, when y'all going to give me the description?
Can I do something? Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead and say it.
Because I didn't get a chance to say it the other day on Facebook. Happy belated birthday, Ivy.
I like that right
One
there,
of our
man.
biggest supporters, our biggest followers, one of the kings of the Walker family. Happy belated birthday, Ivy.
Hey, man,
I had to do that.
That's right, so for all of y'all who follow him on social media, man, make sure y'all get out there, man, and get at Solomon Walker. It's 2 of them on there. So his just says Solomon Walker, not Solomon Walker III. So Jersey Man, that's what we call him, a.k.a. Jersey Man. The brothers out here doing some crazy stuff with HBCU jerseys, as well as high school jerseys. So your old high school Doug, if you want to get your old jersey, this boy is doing some crazy stuff right here, man.
It's a couple of them I want. I can get one for Doug. I can actually get one for Morris Brown.
Mo B back. That's right. Oh, I might get one of those.
So
I mean, look, man, I know this all off topic right here, but I need that Morris Brown.
I need that Morris Brown.
And I gotta have me an Alabama State University, something that I just know gonna be mine. But I need you and DJ 271 to go ahead and give me colors, what y'all want said on there, so he can get these shirts done.
I officially want my Morris Brown jersey. Period, point blank. I'll pay for that one myself. I take that out. But
all I want you to do for the one that I'm paying for, just tell me what you want on there.
I told you I want Miss Bourne.
You gotta just text it to me. I mean, what color? Because I ain't gonna remember that when you walk out of here.
Black and yellow.
Okay, black and yellow. 271, we go with your traditional red and
I'm like, ooh.
Red.
I just thought about something else.
Hey, y'all see how tonight we just having a conversation, man. Y'all right here with us live tonight, man. So
J-Dub, what's up,
J-Dub, what's going on? Hey, has our guest tried to come in yet, man? Has he responded? Can you I don't know if you on my text. Are you on my text right now? Can you hit him up or just call him, man, or something like that?
So
see if he
before
picks
we
up
bring
the phone?
him on, can I ask you a question about something that happened last week? Because I wasn't following it, and then I've been paying attention to it the last few days. We talked about what's the young lady's name that's in Rush. I just lost her name.
Brittany Griner. Hey, C, did you receive the link? Okay, look, check this out. Text back to the phone so DJ 271 will know that you're on, so we'll know that when we're ready to bring you on. No, just text back. Or if you're on right now, let us know so we'll know how many minutes he needs to set it up before we bring you on. Okay, let us know if you're having trouble, man, because we can let our producer step outside and walk you through. All right, bro. Okay.
So let me ask you a question about this young lady, because I want to make sure I got all my facts lined up.
Yes.
She got arrested for having a vape with CBD oil in it. Or was she in actual possession of the actual marijuana?
271, are you up on that story?
Because the report that I saw, when I went back and did my research,
yes,
she had 3 vapes that had CBD oil in it.
But yeah, I was about to say, I think the issue is not so much that she had. Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, I seen one news report that Russia is now threatening the U.S. Yeah. But
he's on.
Y'all trying to hold people, but now that it's come out, we holding somebody that they need back.
So yeah, so it's all about leverage or whatnot. So now she is not even a big fish in the pond as far as like the game they're trying to play right now. But they want to make a swap that's not going to be an even swap, so to speak, as far as the crime fitting the punishment.
And that's the part that really baffles me. I'm like, okay.
That's exactly right.
The terrorists.
The dignitaries. Yeah, exactly right. So hey, y'all, if anybody got any more, you're right.
You're right.
But if it was somebody else though, they wouldn't actually be talking about it anyway. If they had me in Russia locked up, they'll be all right. Matter of fact, they would have shipped me back. Mike would have given me a ticket to come back. Because there's no weight behind,
it's none whatsoever. And it's just like, what is your purpose at this point? You want this huge fish for somebody that you don't even consider one.
That's a great way. Hey man, Miss Bourne think is on fire this week, y'all. If y'all don't, if y'all are just coming on right now, man, we have a special guest. We had a hiccup with our guest who we had scheduled for today.
Is that man, is that Rasheed?
Oh, my man, Rasheed, he's in the waiting room right now. 271 is getting ready to bring our guests on. So let me, like they say, man, people who want a long introduction don't deserve a long introduction. People who deserve a long introduction don't want a long introduction. This brother right here, man, I was just with him about a month ago out in California at the premiere of his new film, The Walk. We were also at the premiere of Top Gun with the director of Top Gun. and also with his director of his film, and we were able to just really, really, man, get a chance to connect, go out, man, hang out, smoke good cigars, eat at some of the finest restaurants or whatnot. So, man, without saying any more, I'm bringing on, man, my right-hand man, 20 grand, Tri-Cities, former student, part of the protest. Man, this dude right here, man, is my family right here. So let's welcome to the Walking with Walt podcast, my boy Rasheed Stephens,
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Hey.
Yeah, man. So if y'all out here, man, follow Sheed, man, out there, Rasheed Stephens, y'all. I don't know.
Somebody playing peekaboo in the back.
Is that your sister back there, man? All in and all on the show. Woman, we live out here. I see Rima. What's the sister Rima photo bombing out there? If y'all got Rasheed handle, man, y'all make sure y'all follow Rasheed. Rasheed, before we even jump into it, man, so if you got people you would like to follow us right now today, man, go ahead and give them your handle on Instagram, and how can they find you on Facebook?
On Instagram is Stephens Rasheed _. So it's my
spell it out phonetically, Rasheed.
All right, STEPHENS. Then
Okay, STEPHENS. So Rasheed, but he didn't say that Rasheed, so we need to do Rasheed too.
RASHEED, and then underscore.
RASHEED, you guys, and Stephens STEPHENS. So that's his Facebook handle. And is it the same on Instagram?
It's the same thing on Instagram, but my name is spelled backwards. It's Stephens Rasheed on Instagram.
Okay, so y'all on Instagram is at Stephens Rasheed, man. Look, y'all, we've been waiting. I actually called Rasheed at the last minute, but this is what brothers do for each other, man. When they find themselves in a bind, they reach out to the people they know they can count on. So Facebook, man, y'all come on up in this thing right here. We about to jump right in, Alex.
I'm ready. It's been so long since we talked. Since I've been able to talk to him.
Because I was just kicking it with him. He met me
at I seen the pictures with the cigars. Yeah, and all,
Now you got a real brother / friend / colleague when you arrive at the airport.
He got the sticks waiting.
Oh, he got the stick. I thought he was just showing me the stick he had for me. We lit up the stick before we even put the car in drive.
Look, he just put one in the camera.
Hey, I got you too, man. Let me know what stick you want when the show is over with, man. I actually stop by and drop you off a stick. Just let me know what stick you want. As the show go, we can talk about that as well. So, Ms. Boy, I think the boy is doing his thing. I want you to be thinking about questions you want to ask him. You already got one?
Yeah.
So, hey, y'all, we ready to jump right in, man. Rasheed, please talk to the people, man, about your latest project, The Walk, which I actually had a chance to sit with you at the premiere, and there was so much tension in that movie, man, right out the gate, including your part. You started off, man. I was a little caught off guard because I never see you in the role of that character right there. And talk to the people about this new film, The Walk, and tell them about your co-hosts, your producers, or anything else you want to say. And then, Alex, you can go ahead and fire away with your question.
That was my question. I just wanted him to catch us up. It's been, a little over a year?
Yeah, been a while.
Since we've had a chance to have you on the show. Just bring us up to speed on what's been going on.
Yeah, we were in Alaska last time I spoke with you guys on live.
Sure were. Yep.
Yeah, Alaska. Just like Mr. Walk was saying, we just released a movie called The Walk, directed by Daniel Adams. I play a thief named John, who's basically just a single father. Basically, by any means necessary, he's trying to take care of his child. He gets caught stealing and he gets arrested, but then he gets exonerated by who is presumably a crooked cop. So the whole story is about the buzzing situation in Boston in the 70s when they were segregating the schools and stuff, and how the black kids were trying to get buzzed to the school.
So Rasheed, what was your role in the film, and how did that impact you as a person or whatnot? Because I know how I was impacted just as a fan sitting in the theater with you guys at the premiere. How did that affect you? Did you have to do research? Did you know anything about what was going on in Boston during this time? Because we oftentimes hear about what was going on in the South, but we don't really hear about what goes on, from the Mason-Dixon on up. So how did this impact you as an individual when you started learning more about what was going on in Boston?
I definitely did feel very oblivious. I did not know that was going on in Boston because, like you said, I've always had that. I relate that kind of behavior with the South. unfortunately. But yeah, I had no idea. So it was some great enlightenment for me. So I did do my due diligence, and I did some research online and stuff, and about the Boston. But I mean, now that I think about it, when I think about Boston, I'm like, oh yeah, I know a couple of white boys and threw some inbounds out who are from Boston. Not necessarily calling them racist, but it kind of made me just more cognizant that stuff was going on across the not just the South, but across America. And for for me, it was very impactful because like anytime you can be enlightened about something that you don't know, I think it always illuminates my light and stuff to just be in saying that okay, I've learned some information that I did not know.
Man.
That's deep.
So 271, had you known anything about the Boston busing, segregation, and so on and so forth?
I had no idea at all. No, nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, I was asking
No.
my producer back here because just like you
Oh,
said, you didn't know about it. I know only thing I knew, Miss Bourne, think about Boston. I've always been told that it's just like a city of haves and have-nots, and
Really?
then you have like this kind of motley crew of the Irish and the blacks and everybody kind of just warring. So when I saw this story right here unfold, it's like, wow, you see it up close and personal how these minority groups, are just like always warring right here laterally. And Rasheed and I had a chance to go out with his producer and one of the main actors in the movie. And we had a chance to talk to her about it. She's from Russia. And
wow.
Rasheed, could you talk about that? Like how that experience was, with her coming from Russia and not really grasping this whole segregation piece and how intense it was. Can you speak to that?
you know what? That's a very interesting conversation because you're dealing with somebody that has not only they're internationally they're still racially she's white, but then culturally she has a whole different cultural perspective and ideology on probably like race relations in America.
That's
So
right.
for me, I thought it was very interesting just to have her in a specific movie because you always wonder uh, how has racism, I don't want to use this word, how has it transitioned or how did it evolve or progress or not progress in other places other than America? And you realize that there are some similarities, but there are great differences, especially how her perception of how she views America and blacks and stuff. It wasn't necessarily the same because also she grew up in an isolated part of Russia, almost like in a very rural area. So I think for her that was very tough, just trying to have this understanding and stuff. So
I like that. I like that. Alex, fire away, man. What else? We got Rasheed on here. We're talking about the movie, The
I
Walk.
don't know if
We're talking about Los Angeles. You can go with Los
I
Angeles
really want to ask when is it coming out so we can catch it, but I don't know if he's able to
or
release
where
that.
is it? Where is it, Rasheed? Like I know I saw the premiere, so where can people follow it? That's what Miss Bourne is talking about.
I think it's right now. It's on most streaming platforms. I know one of them is on the Paramount streaming platforms. I know it hit theaters for like a couple of weeks, but then I do know for sure it's on Paramount. But if the easiest thing to do is go on Google and type in The Walk, and it'll show you all the places where it's streaming at. But I do know it's on Paramount.
Rasheed, isn't it ironic that the movie is called The Walk and you're walking with Walk Podcast tonight?
Right. And wait, and he walked the original walk that led to Walking
Oh,
Walk.
and you are a member of the people who walked the original walk in which we named the podcast after. Hey, y'all, so if you just want a little backstory right here, Rasheed Stephens is one of my former students from Tri-Cities High School. During the protests at Tri-Cities, when I was alleged to have been teaching too much black history at a black school with a black principal, she actually alleged this, and those students, man, they said enough is enough. So it's almost like Rasheed was dealing with something similar to what the characters are dealing with in the movie. When you think about it, Rasheed, I didn't even think about this. So now he was right on the forefront of this, just like the characters in the film were on the forefront of the integration of their schools. It was that same tension going on. And Rasheed had like a double-edged sword because he was an athlete. And there were people in his ear telling him as an athlete not to get involved or whatnot in this whole thing.
You're gonna lose out on this side over here, not really and truly enforcing the importance of what you're doing.
Yeah. So Rasheed, how has that or how did that, if at all, how did that help you prepare for this movie? Being that you were indirectly affiliated with a movement, kind of like what they were trying to deal with in the film The Walk. How did that help you, or did it help you at all to prepare for this film?
Oh, absolutely, because it plays such a significant part in my life, man. I mean, I remember even like what you were saying. I was playing sports, so our coach didn't want us to involve in what he was considering debauchery. I'm like, that's debauchery to you, man? Like to a guy that's uplifting people, he's inspiring and educating. That's what you call foolishness. So for me, I think being in that moment was so monumental in my life. Having you in that part of in that sector of my life has changed it. It changed the trajectory of my life and how I think about things or how I approach things, especially something as so sensitive of a topic when we talk about race relations. So of course, it's definitely played a huge role in how I approach roles and stuff and different stories that I want to be involved in.
So, if I may, how would you compare this role to the other roles that you've had in the past?
Um,
Was this one of the hardest?
no, no. You know, it's funny. I actually had this conversation with a friend yesterday because, well, you know, I write. I've written like 5 different feature films that I produced too. But I've noticed I just it's sometimes you know when you're so much yourself authentically that it just eventually is going to pour out. She was like, I noticed that all your roles are like these struggling blue collar men that are just really have this insatiable appetite to make it by related to that everyday guy who was trying to get it and make it by any means necessary. So those even that role that I played in there, he was just an average guy who was just in a very difficult situation and he wanted to make it by any means necessary. And when I look at all my characters, they all were like these everyday people that just wanted to better themselves, just wanted to surround themselves around family, wanted to be wanted to provide, wanted to love and be loved. So for me, I think that's a piece of fabric that was cut from my own life though. So I guess I was just fortunate enough to and unfortunate enough to have some of those situations in life and know some of these men that were these kind of characters. So I always use a lot of these people. A lot of these people I knew in real life. I knew a John from The Walk. I knew Ty Daniels from Coffee and Cabbage that I played in. I know all these characters. They was these guys I knew growing up with.
Man, that's interesting right there. For the people who are following us out here on Instagram, I hope you guys can hear Rasheed. If you can't hear Rasheed and you're on Facebook, please go to the Walking with Walt podcast site on Facebook if you can't hear him clearly. And I'm saying that because this is the only one that is not streaming through the same process that every other platform is streaming through. So please give us a thumbs up or let us know if you can hear us well on Instagram or if you can hear Rasheed clearly. I know the people on the other platforms can hear him very well. Sheed, I love the fact that you said you know each of these characters right here. And man, you're the dopest, man. I mean, this woman is the dopest right here. She always comes in, Rasheed, keeps me hydrated every week. She used to bring me some skin in here, Rasheed. I don't know if it.
Hey, remember you big about us being on time.
Yeah. But Rasheed undoubtedly, this thing right here had to come out of somebody's store. So I don't know, like, if they sell these.
The skins. They ain't had to listen. I know if I'm gonna bring you some skins, I
Bud
better
and
bring you the
Jeff.
right skins.
Gotta have the right
They
one.
ain't got the right skins. So guess what?
You talking about pork skins?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Rasheed, don't try. I know you're in California, and y'all all healthy and all that good stuff like that. So hell yeah, we're talking about pork, Pork,
Swine.
but the way we say it in the South
And
is
poke.
poke skin.
Poke skin.
Yeah, we
know
talking about the
about that
poke
poke?
skin out here, Rasheed.
I know about
But
that poke
Rasheed,
and those
I've been eating healthier though, Rasheed. And I think every time I come to California, I get more and more kind of into the lifestyle. And I can see why people in California, Alex, there's so many other options out there I think a lot of times we're not even exposed to. So Rasheed, when you talk about the blue collar guy, and look at him showing up.
I already know.
When you talk about the blue collar guy, Rasheed, I think that's what I love about you. You are that blue collar guy in real life. When I come out there and I hang out with you, you grind, man. People just see you on the screen. But talk to us about that. Where did you get that grinding mentality from? Was it from like your mom and pops? Was it just something that happened once you got to California? Let's speak to you, Rasheed, as that blue collar guy who resembles those characters who you just mentioned earlier.
I grew up in so much struggle and poverty. And look, again, too, though, like I always tell people, I grew up economically poor but culturally rich. My mother was a Black
Oh,
Panther.
hold on,
Father
hold on,
Nation
Say
hold
that
Islam.
on,
one more
hold on.
time.
Hey,
You got to say
that's
that
a
one
mic
more
drop right there.
time.
Slow that
Huh?
thing down, man. If y'all can't hear him, say that one more time so I can make sure the people on Instagram heard that.
No, I say I always tell people I grew up economically poor but culturally rich.
Economically poor,
But
but
culturally rich.
culturally rich. And he grew up in East Point, Georgia,
Yeah, by
y'all.
way of
East
Cleveland
East
Avenue.
Point, not East Point, East Point, Georgia.
East Point.
So,
But
man,
yeah,
talk to us, Rasheed, about that.
but yeah, that's why I mean that's what I saw. But my parents, like I said, my mother was a Black Panther, Father Nation of Islam, so I had a very strong foundation in that regard. So I already knew what kind of cloth I was cut from. So I knew. Matter of fact, like I said, after my mother passed and I got discouraged, and my dad kind of just went off mentally for a little while. I told you reignited that fire that my mother and my father taught me at those earlier stages in the beginning. So for me, what it was, I saw people struggle. I said, but I told myself at 8 years old, at least from early as I can remember, I said I would never want to see myself live like that. So I said, by any means necessary, I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to make sure I'm be able to provide for myself and then for my family. So for me, my work ethic is I do everything with love. Like I wouldn't have moved. I always tell, like, when people ask me for advice, I'm like, look, dude, don't do shit unless you love it, man. If you want to be a janitor, don't matter about what money it makes. The whole idea is the pursuit of happiness. So what makes you can't chase money? I mean, money is all good, but you chase money it peaks very early. So for me, I knew I love entertaining. I love writing. I love doing it unconditionally. So for me, it was like when I say I love something unconditionally, I go hard for it. I'm gonna go hard for it and go hard with it. So for me, it was just like a no-brainer.
Hey, man, that was a great answer right there, Rasheed. So I know we're up on a break. Payne, how close are we to the break? Because we want to make sure that we acknowledge our sponsors who brought us in some great treats tonight, man. 5 minutes, we getting ready to go up. So Rasheed, we got 5 minutes before we come up on a break. Alex, fire away, man. Rasheed, for everybody who's watching, before Alex asks her next question, Miss Boy and Thick, y'all. I just want to say I'm so proud of you, man, for making this transition to us leveling up a smooth transition.
Oh yeah.
And I'm proud of you for allowing me just to have that conversation right here on the air or whatnot, because I want people to really be a part of our Walking with Walt family.
I mean, again, people have to realize doing a podcast is not easy.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks think you just setting up a microphone and you just talking. But Rasheed, you talking about somebody who's already written 5 movies. He just premiered in a movie that's out there streaming on Paramount and some other platforms that we will share with you on the Walking with Walt podcast page or whatnot. But I want Rasheed, after you ask your question, Alex, to go back to the point of him losing his mother early on, because I think this is something that a lot of young people need to hear.
Definitely.
He didn't use that as an excuse to keep him down, for the rest of his life. And he talked about how his father, who was, the spouse of this person, how that impacted him and how the whole family was just shaking a little bit. But when I'm with them now, I feel like I'm a part of the Stevens family, man. I mean,
You
I think
are.
I spent the last 2 Thanksgiving and
You did.
Christmas with them, Christmas Eve with them. So I'm just waiting on his daddy to come in and start arguing with him about something right now.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
was
Your dad
he
over there,
was just
Rasheed?
behind me. He just left. He was trying to tell
Wow,
you
that's
that.
my guy right there.
Yeah, he just left.
I guess my only question for you now is, out of all of the roles that you've played, which one was your favorite?
Ooh,
Like,
good
which
question.
one do you feel like you left it all on the floor?
You want me to tell you what? I'll be honest. I think my well, okay, the movie I wrote called Between Forever. It's a serendipitous romance about prison reform. It's actually loosely based off my twin brother, but I wrote that movie after my ex-girlfriend and I broke up for 4 years. I wrote that movie in like 2 days, and then of course I did rewrites. But for me, I think that movie was the one where I felt like I just because I didn't keep myself too busy, because a lot of times when people get heartbroken, they keep themselves so busy that they're not able to really heal. And then the moment when they let it sink in, now they feel depressed and shit. So I allowed myself to hurt, and then that hurt. What I did, I chose to write. I wrote myself a love letter, which ended up being a movie. Uh, and
Wow.
and I
Rasheed,
yeah.
Rasheed, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we were just watching this Unsung on Christopher Williams. I don't know if you're old enough to remember
The
Christopher
singer?
Williams, the R&B singer.
Yeah.
And he was I guess I don't know if he was married to her or he was dating Stacey Dash back in the days. And
Sure was.
after that breakup with Stacey Dash, you can literally see his career begin to spiral out of control. So I'm just inspired by what you said because Alex, when you're in the public eye like he is, just like Chris Williams were, I'm just proud of you, Rasheed, for not spiraling out of control because like your breakup is more public than if we have a breakup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're just proud of you, man, for that, and you can continue down that.
It's the fact that you said you wrote it in 2 days. I mean, I understand rewrites, edits, all that, but the fact that you wrote it in 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
That's some real
That's
serious
deep.
heartbreak.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And I didn't think I was going to ever experience heartbreak, because I was in denial of that even existing. But yeah, I sat there for 2 days. I mean, I got up at and I'm not a super nocturnal. I stay up like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I would, I, I think I stayed up. I got up at 5, which I never do. Stayed up from 5 to about 5 a.m. And I wrote. I probably got like an hour of sleep because it was on my mind and my heart. But by the time I got done with that, I felt a little more healed a little bit though. Felt a little more healed.
But you know what? I can honestly say to you, I love what you're saying right now because most men won't admit the heartache that they've experienced.
Yeah.
And like you said, you put so much on your plate that you don't allow yourself that time to hurt, that time to heal. It's okay. That's the human side of you. So for you to admit that and tell us that that's where this movie came from, that's a beautiful thing in my eyes because most women don't hear that.
Yeah. You know what? That's a great response. And you know what? So it made me think about this though. Even when I wrote this movie, I'm gonna tell you this though. I grew up. My mother died when I was 11, so I grew up in all males. My uncle and my dad and my twin brother. So I grew up in a house full of males, and then specifically with black males, a lot of times we're not society as well as ourselves. We don't give ourselves permission to be vulnerable. And for me, I've never been that because my dad been always emotional and numb. But then as I gotten older, I've started taking therapy. I've been giving myself permission to be more vulnerable. So, and I remember my ex-girlfriend, the one who who we separated when I wrote the movie. She was the first person that ever made me feel like it was comfortable to be vulnerable. She gave me a soft place to land at.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of forced me to open up. It's like, I can't do this unless you learn how to communicate better. Because before, as soon as a woman started arguing with me, I shut down. I walk off. But she's like, you got to learn how to communicate. That's how you men deal with it, but you dealing with a woman. So for me, I poured all those emotions in that screenplay, and even in the movie though, like I said, loosely based off my twin brother too, because he had to the character has to turn himself into prison the very next day. So he tried to get his affairs in order, but he ended up meeting this woman who's at Crossroads too. She finds out on her birthday that her husband of 3 years impregnated another woman because she was considered infertile. But so I wanted to make sure I did my due diligence. So I was asking my twin brother. I'd never been in prison. I was saying, hey, what did you feel like going to prison? I'm like, were you scared? I remember he paused for like 20 seconds and he said, yeah, I was. I knew that was tough for me to even admit that.
I love that though, because with men, like you said, society has conditioned you guys to live with this double-edged sword. Like being raised by other black men, you're not supposed to. You're tough.
Yeah.
You don't have an opportunity to express your emotions. So when you meet a woman who's willing to do that, a lot of times because your mindset has always been, I can't show this weak side of me. When you have a woman who's trying to be that person for you, you don't know how to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So that's deep. Well, I'm listening. Where can we find that one? Is that one? Have you started the production on that one? Is it out?
That one is out, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
where
out. It's
can
on
we
Peak.
find your work?
It's on Peak. It's on.
Hold
It
on
just
one
got picked
second,
up by
Rasheed. You
Peacock
must
and
get
NBC.
mute. We can't.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but I can't hear you.
No.
Okay.
Can you hear
Hold
me?
on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, because I think that's gonna be deep.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to hear what he's saying to that
Uh-huh.
question. So right now, while Rasheed is doing that, because I know they can hear us, can we scroll up a little bit so I can see some of these comments too?
Hey,
gentlemen?
mama. Mama on here.
Hey, mama. Mama said good evening, everyone. Rasheed, my mom said good evening. My brother J
Hello.
Dub said that quote was, he said, "Damn, she, that's deep." I don't know if you can see these comments that's scrolling.
Oh, I can
Also,
see them now.
Erica said that she can hear well. Somebody says, "What's up, Mr. Walker?" Oh, this is Brandon. What's going on, Brandon? From my 4 block class right there, man. B-Day. He told me he was going to be on, too. Shouts out to Brandon for being a man of his words right now. Rasheed, you see another generation still walking with Walk, man. Following me
Hey,
doing
always,
this
man. I
thing.
told you, Mr. Walk has no idea how impactful he has been to the community. I told him he considered a legend in the hood.
Hey, what your director called me the legend when I was in California, right?
Oh yeah. Everybody. I mean, you talking about these rich white people who, man, they all gravitated towards Mr. Walker.
And you do a great job, man, being my advocate, brother, and being my sound man. So I really do appreciate you. I have so much gratitude for you for that. That's when we with your family, when we with your film family. It doesn't matter who we with. You're always consistent with who you are, and always elevating me and making sure that people know who I am. Before we go back to our break, right quick, Rasheed, my brother J Dub said, he's talking about IV, is his little big brother. My little sister said, "So good to see you, Rasheed." Roz Walker, man, she said, "So good to see you." Somebody says, "The fam is here."
That's when we were talking about baby girl.
Oh, okay, so just let us know.
Yeah.
All right, and I need to call you
this week.
So we're caught up.
Yep.
All right, so Payne, can we go to our sponsorship right now? And if we don't get the sponsorship, I'll just show you guys some of what we got in this thing.
Because I want to know what's in that box.
Man, this box right here, when I show you, Rasheed, you might want to get in the car and come down here when you see this one.
What you got?
Don't be honest, Miss Boy. I had one last night. Did she take?
She did.
What is that?
Oh, I'm about to show you, she.
Because I don't even know she.
Oh,
this is a surprise even for the Walking with Walt.
Look.
Oh man,
I got a boot on.
Why?
I saw it. I didn't realize it was that serious. She,
man, playing basketball, I heard something pop and then injured my heel.
Hurts my sound like tap on the door. All right, here it is, man. The grand finale salad, baby. I'm just gonna tell this boss, y'all.
Please, because what is that?
Oh, here it is. Oh man, is that not nice?
That is pretty.
This is, I think she said strawberry key lime cookies. I have never or had never. Let me show Instagram.
He ain't looked up the whole time. He just looked up now.
These are strawberry key lime cookies, and they have cream in them now. So
they
these
do?
are strawberry key lime cookies with cream in it, y'all. Let me see. Make sure Facebook, y'all. Let me know if y'all see these. Get that good lighting in them. Strawberry key lime cakes, and they have filling in it. 271, can you see them, bro? Oh, 271 finna go ahead and do his thing. Now 271, don't eat all.
Don't eat all the cookies now.
I'm about to say,
look, he got real happy.
If y'all hear that, Miss Bourne thinking Mr. Walker got locked up right after the show, you know what happened.
No, they gonna see this one on camera because them look good.
Yeah, those are dope.
You gotta hold them up.
I don't know if I need to shine some light on that thing, 271.
You might have to because them look good.
Yeah, they need to see those are closed, man. Shouts out to Nakia Walker, man, and Jason Walker and the whole Union City Pink Cakery family, y'all, for this. Oh, yeah, it is right there, 271. Rasheed, what you think about that, bro? Can't you see the moisture in those things?
Wait a minute.
Oh, that looks good.
Bun Hunter said, Walker greedy, just take his Reese's cups. He also said, oh, Lord, take it away, Miss Bourne. Look at that. That looks beautiful, and it looks good. Oh, and it goes against everything I stand for, but we gonna eat them tonight.
But I tell you what, we ain't standing for nothing today.
What's this? And then
we got one more, man. So this is a real sponsorship shout out right here. So for Instagram, we also have us from the Pink Cakery, and y'all need to follow the Pink Cakery at the Pink Cakery 19 on Instagram and the Pink Cakery on Facebook. And Cakery is spelled Kakery. So hopefully DJ 271 will be able to get that information up for you guys in a little while. But I'm about to pass the cake over the chocolate.
It's a brownie.
It's a brownie cake.
Oh, and she put pecans on it, y'all.
This is a specialty just for the Walking with Walt podcast right here. We so spoiled on them.
Y'all don't even know what's happening.
271, don't pass this over, man. Let you show that for me right quick. 271, please don't eat all that.
Look, he's smiling. Look at it. He's been smiling ever since you popped the first box open.
So 271, y'all, is loading some stuff up. Rasheed, I see you smoking your good quality stick out there. 271 is trying to steal all the snacks that we have had gifted to us by our sponsor, the Pink Cakery. Rasheed, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to have to make sure I get you an order if I can before you fly out. If not, she actually ships the stuff now. So I'll actually have her to make you an order, and I will have that shipped out to you overnight.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh shit, we need to put him
Oh
some
yeah.
popcorn in there.
Oh, and we got these Oreo popcorn,
Ooh,
Rasheed.
baby.
Oh man.
She is
Man.
a dentist dream.
Yeah, she gonna kill some teeth now. You can't eat this stuff every week. She will have you at that dinner. You will not be missing your 6 months or 3 months or whatever.
Yes,
You'll
Lord.
be in there. So we'll come back DJ 271. Hopefully we can have that up so they can get the contact information because I said it kind of fast. So please let me know if we can have that up. See, that's a beautiful little backdrop back there, man. Everything looks so lush and green. Are you over here in Fulton County?
Yeah, I'm over here at my sister's house.
Okay, gotcha. So here it is, y'all. If y'all want to get the contact information for the Pink Cakery, we are pulling it up right now. Keep your eyes on 271. Yeah, man, we are pulling this thing up.
I don't know if I don't know which one I'm aiming for first. I don't need to aim for neither one of them, but I don't know. I think I might want to try.
No, you gotta try the key lime. You gotta try the key lime,
and
strawberry. Oh, but it has cream in that thing.
We see all of that. Y'all see all this goodness on this screen right now.
Keosha said, "Love y'all, love you too, Keosha."
Hey, Keosha, happy belated birthday to you as well. You met Keosha. We went to Mark Baker's.
Oh yeah, hey Keosha.
Yes.
The real Keosha, not the lady I was sitting next to talking to for 30 minutes because somebody was late.
Hey, I got that, didn't I? Don't judge me.
Keosha, look, check this out. You know I gotta say this story right here.
Oh,
Rasheed, don't bring you right back on, man. After I say this right here.
Listen, we got 12
there
minutes
it is
left.
right there. We have 12 minutes left. We might go a few minutes only because
talk about me. It's okay.
Oh, that's dope right there. Isn't that dope?
It's dope. I still got the pictures of my birthday cake.
Look at DJ 271. That's how you do it, DJ 271. If that don't make you want to eat a cake.
Listen, you know that Oreo cake she baked for my birthday did not last, right? And I the only slice I got was the slice we got when we first cut it.
Hey y'all, check this out, man. We're getting ready to post that again at the end of the show. I'm telling you, you have not had any cupcakes, any cookies, any cake, any popcorn. You have not tasted anything like what you would taste, man, if you start rocking with the Pink Cakery. So for your next wedding, your next banquet, your next gala, I promise you, you got to have something from the Pink Cakery on that rostrum that's going to be set up on the table. And I'm not talking about the rostrum of people who are speaking. I'm talking about the rostrum of desserts that's going to be on the table.
Okay.
All right, with that being said, y'all, I know we'll come back and flash that information one more time. Shouts out to my collaborative teacher, Bud Hunter, man. That dude right there is an educator. Shouts out to Keosha. Did I miss anybody? I think that's it. So Rasheed, is Rasheed still with us?
Yep, he right there.
Hey Rasheed, look, man, as we get ready to bring this show to a close, I want the last 10 or 15 minutes. We're gonna go over about a little bit because I think this is so valuable for me to have one of my former students who is a colleague as well as my brother and my peer now on this show right here. Talk to everybody, Rasheed, about Los Angeles, because I think you even told me I can see a difference in you, Mr. Walker, when I see you in Los Angeles. Talk to us about Los Angeles, man, and how it just transforms people and what it did when you touched down out there and what you see it doing when you see me touch down out there.
They said for New York, the lights will inspire you. I think for LA, I think that sunshine inspires you, because you already, I mean, you're like me, you're very gregarious, man. So that spirit is just, it resonates with everybody. So like I seen every time you're out in LA, just the gravitational pull on both sides from how people come to you and vice versa. How you like, because it's so many windows of opportunity too. Not saying that Atlanta isn't, but just that sunshine on top of opportunity, that's a whole different ball game. Mm-hmm. Then you got the water, the ocean. Oh man, it's so. And then let's not talk about the little edibles. I mean, and you know, you could tell everybody's dreams are really big there, because you got everybody from across the globe literally came there to follow their dreams. So, and you could feel those dreams, that energy, that kinetic energy is real, man. It's real.
Ms. Bonthing, have you been to Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
How was it to you?
I liked it. I like anything outside of the city right now. I love Atlanta, but I love when I also get a chance to go explore other cultures, I like diverse diversity. I'm sorry. And I love being around other people. And just like you said, the food is really different. I like going to the authentic Mexican trucks or the restaurants out there and tasting their food. I just like the different environments. Now, I would love to see it through Rasheed's eyes. And I say that because I've been to LA as a tourist and I've been to LA on business, but never as a starving artist or never as someone who is finding their way in their craft.
Yeah.
I would like to see it from that point of view.
See, can you tell her, Rasheed, when I'm out there, Rasheed, I'm starting to see it through your lens already, right? I just jump out there in them streets or whatnot, and I'm telling Rasheed on the side of town, what that's the south side, South Los Angeles, Rasheed.
Yeah. South
When
Atlanta.
I'm telling Rasheed, like, hey, just go up here right here, man. Oh, no, we right, Rasheed. We coming up on Obama coming down the hill right here. And then we
you
going
the
down
south side better than I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, because Rasheed, when I get out there, I don't have any fear.
You had me telling one of my coworkers about what you posted something when you were at the foothills.
Yeah.
Now, one of my coworkers is getting ready to go to LA for a week, and he was like, I don't know anything about it. I said, well, I've only been to LA.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but my partner just went to LA about 3 weeks ago, and he was talking about the foothills. He was like, what's that? I said, I don't know. I said, but he talked about it so much, and this is somebody whose opinion I trust. So when you go, you need to go see what.
Oh man, and I told Sheed, because Rasheed will tell you, I'm gonna spend my time with Rasheed, and then I'm just gonna spend time getting to know the city. So I cannot live through him vicariously just by being with him. I want to actually do what you just said. I want to actually get out there in the city when I'm just cruising.
Yeah.
Is that not right, Rasheed? I get out there and I just try stuff. I get lost. I don't care about getting lost, you know. And I actually, you know, find out, you know, like a different thing. Like I might say to Sheed, hey man, have you ever heard of this restaurant called?
You in certain areas now. You might want to.
No. Let me. Every Negro got their Negro antenna on for when they're in the hood.
Right.
Just like I know when I saw Obama or whatnot, I knew where I was. So everybody, if you're listening on Instagram or if you're listening out there on Facebook world, it is Los Angeles. But I will say, just like Atlanta is Atlanta, hey man, Negroes ain't really just like out there killing every time you get lost at a corner.
No.
So what I'm saying is your heart starts to beat a little different and you start to have a little bit of a shortness of breath when you know you in the hood. So one thing about it, I do remember if I came down that hill, I know how to go back up that hill and get to where I was originally. So Sheed, look, check this out, man. I want you to tell us what next for Rasheed Stephens, not only the actor, but the producer and the comedian. And then we're gonna let Ms. Born Thick have the last question and do what she does before we let our sponsor information go one more time.
Before you answer that question, I got one.
Okay.
Have you finished this script?
The one with the walk?
Have I finished which script? The Mr.
The
Walker script?
Walk script.
Oh, all right now.
Yeah, we finished.
Because I know it's coming.
We finished that movie script, the actor's script. We finished his script like 4 years ago. But the problem was trying to get finance for a biopic. So the guy Daniel Adams, the movie that I did with Terrence Howard, he's the one that's interested in doing Mr. Walker's script. But I knew in order to really try to get him to really be invested, he had to meet the legend for himself. So I think he's even more enthusiastic and invested in the idea of financing and bringing finances in now that he saw him, because I told him this story, but I'm like, well, you got to meet once you meet the source first, then I think it changes the whole dynamics of everything. And before the end of this year, we will have that thing executed. So yeah, that's already. I've been trying to shop that script for like 4 years, because I didn't want to do it for $200. I mean, $200,000. I wanted to make sure we had a nice little budget there and serve Mr. Walker his justice, as he didn't get his just due when he was in high school. So we want to make sure we do this thing right. So make sure we put a pretty nice budget behind it too. So that's definitely gonna happen for sure. And like I said,
I just want to know if I can play a student or, you know what I'm saying. Just tell me what my role is in the movie.
Rasheed, make sure she one of the kids, Rasheed, who I kicked out for not learning the poem "Don't Quit." So y'all be out in the hallway talking about me together.
Yes.
He still could play a high school student. You can
You
still
know
play
what
high
I'm saying?
school
I
can.
look
student.
like
You
I pull up a
definitely
high
can.
school student.
No, she definitely can pull off a high school student. You look like a high school student right
I
now.
appreciate that. Y'all know how to butt a girl up, don't you?
Hey man, I just think, Rasheed, is this not like the dopest co-host to slide that question in? That's just so. That just goes to my level of humility. I never think about me. I'm always trying to alley hoop everybody else. So thank you, man, for always remembering me in the whole equation.
I'm going to.
Hey,
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
when I met you, I didn't think our relationship would go this far. I met you as a media trainer for an artist.
that's right. Isn't that crazy, Rasheed? And I was just on the phone with the new Black Tony who introduced us or whatnot. I was on the phone with him for about 2 hours today. And Rasheed, look at how crazy this is. He was one of my former students before you were my former student. He is the reason me and Miss Born Thick are together because they came as a business team, and I was a media trainer for one of the artists they were working with.
What, 8-9 years ago?
8 or 9 years ago. So that means Miss Born Thick, I met 271 then, right before I met you. And DJ 271, who's the producer who you were speaking with earlier, Rasheed, he's one of my former students from Thorough High School. So you see my connection to my students or whatnot. When you say legend, I don't take that verbiage lightly because I'm forever intertwined with my students who have gone from being boys to men and girls to young women. And I feel like I will live forever through you guys and your children, as well as all of our posterity or whatnot for generations to come, man. So, Alex, thank you again for asking that question. And Rasheed, I think we got to have a show where you and I just sit down, let Alex fire away, and we just talk to you about Rasheed Stephens and how we met. Because I think people are going to be blown away when they hear some of the nuggets that you share with me that I don't even recall or I don't remember. And you start telling me key players in the protest who I didn't even know were key players in the protest until you and I start talking about the video or whatnot.
Oh yeah. You said you want me to talk about that right now, or
No, I just know we're gonna close out. I said I think we need to have a show like today. You just came through for us in the clutch, so I just want to have a show where we know that whole show is gonna be like I get a chance to let Miss Born Thick just ask you questions, and me get a chance to listen to you talk to me about me and about our mutual experience that we had together with the Walking with Walt protest, so people will truly understand why we call this podcast the Walking with Walt podcast, because that is all in honor of you guys who led that protest on my behalf at Tri-Cities. That's why this podcast is called the Walking with Walt podcast.
But that would also be a great piece to support the movie.
Oh, that would definitely be a great piece. You don't see her jockeying for not only a role as an actor, but it seems like she actually working for a role as a producer or something like that too, Rasheed.
I'm just saying, you know, if
We'll
they
make
do
it
it
happen.
for Power,
Yeah.
if they do it for some of these other, what they call it, Screen Guild, Actors Guild,
Yeah.
where they do these interviews on how you got to this point, why not?
Rasheed and I were just at the Directors Guild of America watching the premiere of Top Gun.
I pay
So
attention
I
sometimes.
see. Rasheed, I got the dopest co-host in America, man.
I fell asleep at the premiere too. Mr. Walker kept elbowing me.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you see what he eating?
Hey, hold on. Who we responding to, Payne?
I'm sorry.
Hold on, before I answer that right quick. 271 mouth is so stuffed with.
He didn't cut the cake, y'all.
This boy done cut the damn cake. I thought we were gonna wait until the show was over with to dive into the dessert. Rasheed, he's already got look like a quarter of the cake in his hand. So let us say this right here, man, Rasheed, because I want to say something real quick, Alex, and then we'll let him do his whole spiel. But right here we got Erica, who says she wants to go to Los Angeles. Erica, me and Miss Born Thick, we are going. She said she's gonna hold me hostage if I don't take her out there. So, Erica, let's make sure we coordinate that. Roz Walker said 271 is from North Clayton, right? No, he ain't that old. 271 a baby. 271 is from Thorough High School, the last school I was at before I went to Tri-Cities High School, Roz Walker. And she says, and T, you didn't tell me Rasheed was in town. And this was a great show, guys. Yeah, Rasheed, as a matter of fact, Jeezy, he's only about 4 streets down from where you are.
Oh, wow.
Who's that?
That's my baby sister. She said I didn't tell her that you in town. I told her that you only like 4 streets over because she's in between where you are right now and where we're shooting the podcast at right now.
We got to link up, man. We got to make this happen.
Link up.
Let's make this happen.
And she, check this out, man. She got some stuff. You remember how when you gave me that gift when I got at the airport and I was getting ready to open it on the video? I'll just say ... And I said, I can't show this right here. Yes, man. That's going to be our... No, I'm just saying that's going to be our go-to right there, man, to make sure that everything that we do is done within due bounds, and we're all going to be able to leave the experience feeling pretty damn good. But lastly, man, Rasheed, man, I'm so disappointed in you for going to sleep at the damn premiere. This Negro was sitting next to me.
At which premiere? His own?
No, hell no, not at his own.
Okay, I was about to go.
At the Top Gun premiere.
Top Gun premiere.
Top Gun premiere. Here's the crazy thing, though. He must have known he was going to go to sleep because he put me next to the damn director of his film, and he's sitting on this side of me. So here's his director on my left, and Rasheed is on my right. So at first, Rasheed is sitting there, and, I see him lay his head back. I know he and I, we have been going all day. So I said, well, maybe she just kind of catching his breath, because this is the first time that we literally slowed down, right, She? 5 minutes into the movie, Alice. I don't mean he fell asleep midway. 5 minutes into the movie, I saw his head do that drop right there. And I said, She, come on, man. Hang in there, She. Hang in there. 15 minutes into the movie, Alex, it was no longer like She hang in there. I'm kicking his foot. Y'all can't see my foot, but I'm kicking his foot like this right here. By the time we hit the midway point in the movie, y'all, I need y'all to know this, man. Alex, out is an understatement. The Negro had a hat on. His head is so far back on the seat, he dropped his hat behind the seat. So here I am at the premiere. Don't want his producer to know that he's over here snoring like hell, because I can hear him snoring. He's just dozing out no more. He is in a full-fledged snoring sleep. So I got to reach between the little seats so to see if I can grab his hat. And the man in the back, I guess he felt so sorry for me.
He gave it to you.
He had the hat back to me. So but here's the crazy thing, She. I see you laughing. She wakes up 271 with 5 minutes left in the movie. Talking to me like we had experienced that Junior together. He didn't see the movie.
Just because
I played that sucker up good.
His ears didn't work. I'm trying to help you out here.
Hey,
he can hear the movie and still be able to interpret.
Alex, not snoring like that, he ain't heard anything. Because I almost couldn't hear the movie because the Negro was snoring so loud.
Oh, my auntie just checked in. Hey, Aunt Rose.
Hey, Aunt Rose.
She loves the podcast.
Aunt Rose, look, man, we got a special guest on tonight. This is award-winning actor, producer, comic, Rasheed Stephens. Rasheed, we got to bring you back on. I'm getting ready to let you wrap it up in a second. Thank you, man, for taking me to the Laugh Factory where Earthquake was up on stage when we walked in. And Rasheed took me up to VIP where all the comics hang out.
That's dope.
Man, and they thought I was Ricky smiling. Then they said I sound like I was a preacher. They wanted to say amen. And Rasheed never.
We call you Dr. Walker for a reason.
But here's the crazy thing about this fool. Rasheed, all the stuff I'm talking about, we never made it home from the airport. All of this is happening when he picked me up from the airport. We never stopped until we went home to go to sleep.
Hey, man, life of a celebrity. That's what happened.
Oh, man. After we left, look, check this out. After we leave the premiere, we go to the Laugh Factory. I'm kind of saying, She, when your boy going to get ready to go and, unpack or whatnot? This Negro done parked in the parking garage, and they have closed for the night. The gates are down.
Yeah.
So how you get out?
Just so happened, I said, She, come on, bro. I'm already tired. I don't have my damn computer. I don't have anything. All my stuff is in your car. And the guy, the security guy, he was about to get out work, and he saw us walking up towards the Directors Guild. And he just said, hey, bro. He said, is that y'all parked over there in the parking garage? I said, man, hallelujah. I said, man, thank you, brother. He said, man, I was just getting ready to leave, and I saw you guys on the camera go across the street to the parking garage.
Wow.
But you would think Rasheed would have taken that as a sign from the Most High that let me take this man home. That man said, hey.
He had things for you to do.
Oh, yes. We left and went and had dinner. Well, not dinner, hell. It might have been an early breakfast with his producer and his girlfriend, who is the starring actress in the movie that we're talking about, The Walk, man. So we can go on forever. Rasheed, we
didn't get home till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
What was that, Rasheed?
No, I said we didn't get home till like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Like most people hearing this thing, they probably think this happened over a week. All this happened in one day.
All of this is in one day. Everything I'm talking about is in one day.
I thought it happened over a course of a few days.
Oh, hell no. All this happened I hit the airport. I landed at LAX. It started with him giving me a cigar right there when he was picking me up at the terminal.
And it just went.
So I got a cigar. I said, appreciate that, bro. He said, no, he got, hey, we about to hit that. So we start smoking a cigar. We leave there and go to a cigar lounge where we meet with some of his fellow actors and his director.
So again, let me say thank you for putting him in position.
Hey, thank you,
I
Rasheed.
really don't think he understands the things that are about to happen in his life.
Absolutely.
And as I go, she goes, Rasheed.
Absolutely. That's what I said. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, Mr. Walk, just like me, we're going to bring up anybody who's going to help bring us up. So this reciprocity is always.
Reciprocity. Rasheed, tell us, man, in closing, Ms. Born Thick, if you still have another question you can ask, but I just want to know in closing, Rasheed, talk to us, man, about what next for you as an actor, as a producer, as a comic or whatnot, you know, and how can we stay plugged in with you and support this movement that you have going on?
Well, actually, I'm in town with this comedian named, I don't know if you know Rodney Perry. I'm doing some shows with him.
Yeah.
I actually got to hit him back. So I did a show with him out in LA. So he hit me up. I mean, I hit him up when I was in town. So he's been putting me on shows. And right now, like I said, the next thing is your project and trying to make some other projects. So my show isn't stopping at all. I'm writing when I get back to LA. I'm taking a couple of meetings about a TV show. So, you know, that train just keeps moving. It keeps moving. Yeah, always. Like little engine that could.
Let me say this, man. You are definitely one of my heroes. I look up to you, man. I admire you because people who are here in Atlanta who don't see the grind that you got, I saw it up close and personal. And just like Ms. Boyd Dick just said, welcome to being a celebrity. That Negro right there, he rolling on that 93 gas. He ain't on 87. You can't keep up with Rasheed. No, if you on 87, you can't keep up with Rasheed.
That means everybody ain't meant to go with you.
Yeah, as you two both know too, though. I mean, anything that you want, especially when you obtain some kind of high goal, is not easy. But from the outside in, they always think it's easy because when you're like, man, how you do that? I can do that. I'm like, bro, Mr. Walk seen that 3 days straight the first time. I'm like, that's literally my grind every day. I don't just. They think I'm having fun. I'm like, no, I'm getting up. I hate getting up. I'm out at the clubs. I'm out at meetings, talking to managers, talking to directors. I'm doing this literally every day. This is an everyday grind. Every day.
And you know, that's what I think I want the people, Rasheed, to take away from here. This is why I want all of my followers. I need you guys to follow Rasheed Stephens. I don't know if 271 put your handles up or whatnot. 271, were we able to get his handles up? No, so right now, we'll make sure we share your contact information on the Walking with Walt podcast page. I need everybody who loves Miss Born Thick, everybody who loves Mr. Awaken the Genius. Yep. I need all of you guys to pour your energy into the two films that Rasheed will say one more time before we close out. The Walk, I saw it. It was so intense. The other one, I can't say the name of it, but Rasheed will say that in 1 second. When he said he wakes up grinding and he goes all night long, we literally, I know, went about 23 straight hours because we didn't even mention the girl who we actually talked to after we finished with the 5 o'clock meal or whatnot. She was a college student who talked to us about NIL and whatnot. And Rasheed had talked to them. And the other, well, I just say people who came up after that, Rasheed want to stay. I said, bro, hey, that's it, man. I need 1 hour of sleep. I just need 1 hour.
But you don't sleep when you here.
I know, but man, when you've been going from the time you get off, you got to think time difference. Yeah, I just traveled from Atlanta. He don't give a damn about no jet lag.
Not if you got stuff to do.
So you got to think. You got to think. I left Atlanta and it's like 8 o'clock or whatnot. Now I get to California, it's 12 o'clock Atlanta time, but it's only like 9 o'clock, you know, Los Angeles time. Yeah. That means he got some extra hours to power up and drive me like a, boy, I mean, he drove me like a field mule. Hey, man, Rasheed, we want to say,
a true Georgia boy.
Yeah, we want to say thank you, man, for filling in the gap for us. Thank you, man, for jumping on at just like the last hour. Yes. We definitely want to say, man, our thoughts and prayers are with you in finding someone who can be a financier for the Walking with Walt Tri-City Saga. I don't know exactly what the whole name of the biopic is gonna be, but man, thank you just for believing in me, man, and thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for supporting the Walking with Walt podcast. And at this point in time, man, I'm going to turn it over to the lady of the house and let her do what she does. If 271 cannot pull up our sponsor one more time. Can we pull it up one more time, our sponsor, 271, before we close out? Rasheed, man, we love you, brother.
Thank you so much.
And our followers are about to become your followers.
Thank you, Mr. Walt.
It's my
Thank you,
turn.
Ms. Born and Thick. Thank you guys so much for just having me.
Oh yeah, always.
Your turn is coming up once we actually show the sponsors one more time.
Oh yeah, I'm leading off with that.
And see, check this out. I'll be down there to smoke a stick with you, man, once I get off, if that's okay. My treat.
Yes. Absolutely. Yep.
We ready? We pull it up.
Rasheed, we got the dopest producer in
'Cause I'm finna snatch one of these cookies.
Man, don't people surround
Start
themselves
eating
around dope
cookies,
people.
Junior, hand me the cookie box, please.
Y'all want to eat a cookie on air? I
Oh,
want somebody
I
to
do
sleep and
too.
bite into it
I
on
do
air.
too.
Y'all don't know who Junior is. Junior's Big Daddy's son. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so soft.
These almost look like some AKA cookies.
That's what I thought.
Shouts out to my
Would you like a
sorors.
piece? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, go ahead and get in that thing, that bitch born thing.
I'm about to.
Oh, there it is right there, y'all. I'm gonna wait till they come back off that
Oh my
screen.
God.
Hey, y'all make sure, man, y'all follow the Pink Cakery right now, y'all. Nakia Walker is the owner. The Walker family, man. I mean, Jason Walker, thank you for all that you do, man, for the Pink Cakery. But my sister-in-law, y'all, when I tell you, I'm not saying this because, you know, she's my sister-in-law. I have never tasted anything as fresh as her products. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to the Pink Cakery at the contact information again. 271, if I can just show it one more time.
Listen. And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be doing that part, but I've been into this cookie.
Can you see it so you can just make sure everybody got it?
It's a wrap.
She's done.
It's a wrap.
Hey, y'all, please make sure you screenshot that because Miss Boy Thick can't even talk right now.
I can't. Because let me tell y'all something about this cookie I'm eating right now. You know how you can eat somebody's stuff and it's too sweet?
Yeah.
It's like the right amount.
So we can say this like the Three Little Bears. You
Oh
know,
my
that
God.
little bed was too hard, then the other bed was too
Well,
soft.
baby, this cookie is just right.
Oh, we're going to take that right on down. Miss Boy Thick, I'm about to just bite into mine right here on the screen.
Let me go ahead and do what I do
Zoom
before I
in
get
on
myself in
271.
trouble.
I want 271 to zoom in on me when I take my bite this thing.
Why he got to zoom in on you? Wait a minute. Walt been to that cookie like he got an OnlyFans page.
I gotta do. Hey,
We're not gonna do that.
Hey, in honor of my girl Coco, one of our teenagers, man, for the teen talk. Hey, man, go ahead and do what you do, Miss Boy Thick.
Hey, first and foremost, if you all took nothing else from this episode, the one thing I really need you all to understand is that when you pour into people, sometimes you get drained. But the same people, the same people that you poured into, when they start to pour back into you and give you that same love and attention and tough love at times, it is such a beautiful thing. So Rasheed, thank you so much for pouring into one of the male figures in your life that you felt had such an impact on you that you are now having that same impact on him. Thank you for everything that you are doing. We love and support you. You are a staple in the Walking with Walt podcast community and family. Everybody else, thank you for liking, continuing to share, and tuning in to us each and every week at 6 p.m. Stay tuned. We got more to do. Make sure you are following my crazy ass co-host. Okay, I gotta go through the rundown.
Man.
Okay, we're gonna go through the rundown.
Okay.
On Facebook and on LinkedIn, you can find him by his government name at Keene Walker. Again, that is Keene Walker.
All right.
That's two I checked out.
Uh-huh.
So the third one is Instagram. On Instagram, you can find him at Mr. Awaken the Genius. On TikTok, you can find him at Mr. Awaken the Genius 5. And on Twitter, it's a Mr. Awaken Genius. That's it. Got it. I was trying to mess it up.
Better, boy, I'm telling you. This is just like when you have your students in class, when they going so good and you just be so proud of them, you almost messed that thing up.
I almost messed up. We called it.
But hey, man, look, it's not just about me. This is the Walking with Walt podcast, man, with Mr. Awaken the Genius. But it would not be any genius being awakened without my crazy ass co-host, Miss Born Thick. And tell these folks how they can find you out here in these virtual.
You gotta tell them.
Oh, I gotta go through another
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Oh,
Yes,
so we
sir.
passing that baton.
Yes, sir.
Now she just started telling me I don't need to say anything at the end, and now you gonna have
You
me.
said that.
Oh, I said that.
That was before you put the cookie in front of me.
Okay. So if y'all want to find my co-host, man, like she would always say, if she was doing this, she doesn't have all those handles. If you want to find her out in them Facebook streets, and I said streets, y'all.
Yes, sir.
You want to find them Facebook streets? She's under her government name, Alexandria Robinson, y'all. And that's ALEXANDRIAROBINSON. That's her government name,
Check.
Alexandria Robinson on Facebook. And if you want to find her out here in these Instagram streets, let me say this slowly, y'all, because I don't want you to mess this thing up. If you meet her in person, you can find her at Miss Born Thick.
Miss Dot.
Oh, Miss Dot Born Thick, y'all.
Yes.
That's MS Dot BORNTHIK. And please don't put no C in there, y'all, because we might have to come and see about you in these streets, man. So that's it, man. We are done. We want to thank Rasheed Stephens again, man, actor, producer, and comic for joining us tonight, man. We want to thank the Pink Cakery for showing out. Somebody gonna get hurt with these cookies. And we want to thank Junior for coming in the house tonight, man. We got Junior over here being our intern tonight, man, and 271 for stealing cookies and brownie cakes and all that stuff. And all my folks out there, man, in the ATL, we want to say, man, hey, this thing going down in 2022, man.
We love y'all.
We love
y'all next week.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.